guys, what's up? It's Rhi here today and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by today's title, we are doing the fall time cozy time book tag, and this is honestly the perfect day to be filming it. It is currently very rainy, it is very cold out, and it is just all things fall today. So I'm so excited. I did this tag many years ago, have not done it since, and I decided why not go ahead and do it again, because I've read so many more books since then, and this gives me a chance to show off different books. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first prompt is Scrunching Lee. The world is full of color. Choose a book that has reds, yellows, or oranges. So for this one, I decided to pick The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.A. Schwab. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and I just recently got this, and it is absolutely beautiful. And first off, I love The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. It was my favorite book that I read last year, and now one of my all-time favorite books ever. It is a fantastic book if you guys have not read it. You can tell this edition has red and some, I guess it's more like golden, but it has like a yellow. It's kind of yellow, I guess. And the original edition is black. This one is just gorgeous, guys. I literally love it. If you guys don't know what The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is about, we follow Addie, and she is just not happy with the life that she is living. She is set to marry someone she does not want to marry, and therefore leading her to go into the woods, which she was always told not to go into the woods. And there she makes a deal with the devil. So the deal she makes with the devil is that she will live forever, but the thing is, no one will remember her. When she meets will forget about her. Until one day in a New York City bookstore, there is a guy and he actually remembers her. Guys, it is an amazing book. I know there's a lot of hype, but it is amazing. I'm telling you, I cried. It was beautifully written, and V. Schwab did a fantastic job on The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So the next one is Cozy Sweater. The time has finally come to don warm clothes. What book gives you the warm fuzzies? So for this one, I had to go with To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. I absolutely love this book. I adore this trilogy. It is adorable, guys. It is now a movie on Netflix. If you guys haven't watched it already, it's a good contemporary little romance. So this book is about Laura Jean, and Lauren Jean, when she is in love or thinks she's in love with a boy, she writes them a letter. And with these letters, she never sends them out. She keeps them in a box safe and sound in her closet. And so one day the letters get out, and one of them being to her sister's boyfriend. So it is just a fun romance, guys. I really enjoyed it. It's just adorable, and it just makes me happy altogether, honestly. It's just a very good book. Alright, so the next one is The Wind is Howling and the Rain is Pounding. What is your favorite book or genre to read on a stormy day? So automatically, I love reading thrillers, but I did decide to pick a book for this one. This one I had to go with Verity by Colleen Hoover. This was a 5 out of 5 star book for me this year. I absolutely loved Verity. It was very good, and it gives me all the Stormy Weather vibes. So the premise of this book is a author that is not very successful has had this huge opportunity to finish writing a best-selling series, and the reason why she's offered this is because the current author has some health issues, and therefore she proceeds to go to the author's house, do her research, and she ends up finding a unfinished autobiography of the author that reveals a bunch of secrets, and it gets really crazy, and it's definitely amazing. It has lots of twists and turns that I definitely was not expecting, and this book was just a 5 out of 5. That's all I can say. The next one is Cool Crisp Air. What's the coolest character you would want to trade places with? This one was pretty easy for me. I had to pick something else because I know the last one I picked, like I do remember that one. Decided to pick the Mortal Instruments City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and I would trade places with Clary because I literally love the Shadow World, and Jace is one of like my first big like book character crushes, and I will forever love to be a shadow hunter. It's pretty awesome. If you guys don't know what the Mortal Instruments City of Bones is about, we follow Clary, and one night she goes into a club with her friend Simon and witnesses a murder by the hands of 3 teenagers. Now, within the next 24 hours, everything becomes crazy. Her mom ends up disappearing, and a demon attacks Clary, and she can't understand what's happening until she meets Jace, that is part of the Shadowhunter world, and he is too very curious as to why this is happening to a mundane, which is a human, and there Clary's life changes and she is diving into the Shadowhunter world. And I will forever recommend this book. This is my favorite series ever. I love it so much, and I can't say that enough. The next one is Hot Apple Cider. What underhyped book do you want to see become the next biggest and hottest thing? And so for this one, it was really easy for me because this is such an underhyped book and it's amazing. And that is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. And guys, this book is so freaking good, especially if you're a fan of Shakespeare. Even if you don't like Shakespeare, if you like mysteries and thrillers, this is definitely a book for you. So diving in, we follow the character Oliver, and he just finished a prison sentence. The day he gets released, he meets with a detective, and this detective is wanting to know what exactly happened all those years ago. So we go to the flashback of Oliver, where he is an actor at a conservatory. Him and his friends seem to always get the characters that line up with how they really are in person, until one day that changes, and then comes some tension between friends, and their lives start intertwining with the plays. Then one day one of them ends up dead. It is amazing. It definitely was like, who did it, what happened? And I think I ended up giving this book like a 5 out of 5 stars because it was so good, guys. The next one is Coats, Scarves, and Mittens. The weather has turned cold and it's time to cover up. What's the most embarrassing book cover you own that you would like to keep hidden in public? So for this one, I feel like I always pick it. There's not a lot of covers truly that I would be embarrassed about. I'm like thinking, I'm really usually very picky about my covers anyways. There's one that I am not a fan of. And so for this one, I had to go with Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. This is the original Shatter Me cover, and it has definitely gotten an upgrade since this one. This is the old cover. I'm gonna show you guys the new cover. This is the new cover. Like, I mean, which one would you pick up instead? I just heard all about Shatter Me and I wanted to read it because it sounded amazing, and therefore I bought this cover. I didn't have a choice, but we did end up buying this one. If you guys don't know what Shatter Me is about, we follow Juliet, who has been imprisoned for some time, and the reason why is because she has a lethal touch. So anyone she touches, it's lethal for them. And this group called the Reestablishment has plans to use her as a weapon. And finally, for once in her life, she has the strength to fight back. And it is amazing, guys. I really loved Shatter Me. I have not finished the series yet because she came out with like, I think 3 more books. So I have not finished the series yet. I will one day, but for now I am sufficed with what I have read. I hope you guys enjoyed this tag as much as I did. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye!